the world inside our hands. No matter what, I got your back. I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you.
How I bring to you.
Listen to the world speak, and you'll hear it cry out the time is now. The time is now to take a stand. So make the choice to use your voice. The future's in our hands. 16 years old, not even a man, just an innocent child with a hope and a plan. Walking home one day, decided to take another way. Chased and killed by a man for no reason at all, and the evidence says that he's guilty as charged. Tell me, where's the justice in this world? This is another situation of racial discrimination. We need to come together, one nation, under God. So I need you to listen. Listen to the world speak, and you'll hear it cry out the time is now. The time is now to take a stand. So make the choice to use your voice. The future's in our hands.
What's up, it's Joey from MyLife.com, and today I'm sitting down with R&B sensation Kevin Stylez.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. Glad to come through, you know what I mean, and listen to some of the music. We've been in the studio with him today, listening to some of his songs. You know, I definitely loving it. For people out there that might not be that familiar with you yet, can you tell people how long you've been, you know, doing your thing with the singing?
Definitely. I started in church, you know, ups to God. Started when I was about 7 years old. I sung my first solo in church. I think it was like, can't remember the name of the song. My mom still has it on cassette though. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that was about 7 years old. You know, grew up in a church. Dad's a pastor. I don't know for everybody that don't really know me. And then after Katrina, skip all the way. I actually went out to Austin, Texas. And while I was out there, I just picked up piano. It's a funny way the way I picked it up, but picked up piano while I was out there. Joined a band by the name of Music Hurts, and we actually opened up for Trey Songz. We opened up for Jeffrey Osborne, Boys to Men, like a lot of people. And that's why I basically, you know, started getting a live element of music. So, you know, I just put the keyboard and the singing together, came back to New Orleans, and that's when I, you know, started getting on my artistry, named myself Kevin Stylez, and, you know, just started going from there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seemed like a lot of singers definitely come from like that church background.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand that. That makes a lot of sense. And you know, like you said, you play piano.
Exactly.
And what else you said?
I'm starting to learn how to play guitar, but right now I'm just sticking to, you know.
And earlier I saw you was doing a little dancing. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
so you got the total package.
Yeah, man, I love, you know, art, and you know, dancing is a form of art. So I try to just, you know, just get myself into every type of art as possible because you know I just love art. So.
Right. But while we're here in the studio, it gets me on thinking, like, just to ask you, I mean, what are the type of things you need around you in the studio when you're going through like your creative process of coming up with songs and just recording?
Creative process, as far as recording, it's always easiest to me when I start off a process with me and a keyboard. So that's, you know, me at the keyboard figuring out chords, and then after I figure out the chords, the lyrics kind of just come. So that's the easiest way. If I'm in the studio with Mike Bass, he creates a track. You know, me and Mike have like a history, so it's not really that hard to come up with, you know, something. Yeah, the chemistry is there, so it's not really that hard. You know, just get in there and, you know, whether it's me making up the hook or him making up the hook, and then I just come back with everything else. I don't really need too much in the studio. You know, just Just me and God.
Yeah, that's great, man. Well, I wanted to ask you. You was telling me earlier about the new EP. It's gonna be called "Divided We Fall." When can they expect that?
Right now, I don't want to throw a date out there, but we're looking at early March. So that's the time y'all should be definitely looking for it. Like you said, it's called Divided We Fall. Been working on it for about since I got in the studio, maybe about 6 months ago. So maybe about 6 months ago.
Well, can you tell us again what was the reason for naming it that?
Divided We Fall basically stems from unity. Also stems from the whole phrase, together we stand, divided we fall. And I felt like, taking the more dramatic part of that phrase and using that, people might be able to relate to that, or, be more, they'll see that and be like more shocked by that or something. So I went with Divided We Fall, meaning unity. And I kind of used the illustration of one of my friends throughout there a little while ago. He said, you have one arrow, it's easily broken, but when you put a lot of arrows together, it's really hard to break. So I just feel like unity is something that's really needed around the world. It's a message that needs to be preached more. So that's what I wanted to, get across in this EP.
Well, you mentioned that word unity. I already had this question in mind, but it coming to my mind now to ask you, when it comes with unity, like as far as the artists and the different music scene that they have here in New Orleans, how do you feel, is either growing or it might be lacking? Like, what's your opinion on the music scene here in New Orleans?
Well, I definitely feel like it's growing in the right direction. I feel like there's a lot more R&B artists now than there were, say, 10 years ago. You got your Courtney Harts and your Rances and shout out to Q Corvettes. And, I'm trying to do my thing right now. So I think back in about 5-10 years ago, it was more about the rap scene because, you had No Limit, you had Cash Money. And that was like the main focus in New Orleans. But now I feel like people are making more of an effort, to go the R&B route or make it out of New Orleans as R&B artists. I also feel like New Orleans is real heavily influenced by bounce music. We was talking about this a little while ago. So that's something that's really more predominant in this city than somebody looking at R&B. But I feel like people are maybe starting to support more now, hopefully.
But kind of the piggyback on that question. I mean, what do you think as far as like you working with the other artists? Do you feel like the artists down here like they're connected enough?
I don't think that. I actually feel like everybody kind of has the, I guess this is a cliche term, but the crab in the barrel mentality. Everybody kind of wants for themselves, which is why I'm so excited about the whole B-Boy Productions movement. Everybody in our group kind of, me, Q Corvette, a guy by the name of Young Gus, he's a rapper, and Derry. Also, we are NOV. We all teaming up, just trying to have each other's backs as far as when we come out with projects and when we do performances, whatever we do, we're together. So that's something that I guess we're trying to introduce to the city because it's not something that's been going on a lot. So
yeah, but it definitely sounds like y'all all on the right path. Of course, I'm very familiar with all those artists actually, and yeah, I love the whole movement that's going on over here. So yeah,
awesome.
All right, can you tell the people like what are some of your influences, like people you looked up to, coming into the industry?
Definitely, but basically, I think everybody that knows me knows that I started listening to when I first heard Jamie Foxx's the Jamie Foxx Show. That's one of my biggest influences because after I heard one of his episodes, it was like the episode of him and Uncle Junior's war buddies that just came home, and they were all playing poker or whatever, and he was calling Jamie Foxx young. He's like, you don't know nothing about music and stuff like that. Yeah. And so he went ahead and hopped on the piano and started showing us something. He started singing, "I step through my window and watch her as she passes." And so after he finished singing that and playing that, I was like, man, I gotta learn that.
Yeah.
So my mom had actually she brought me a keyboard like a year before that. Went in there, I had never used it before. Got all the cobwebs off of it. And then I started just like teaching myself how to play through his show. And I actually went on YouTube and looked up different YouTube videos that he had done. So I taught myself how to play piano from Jamie Foxx, basically. So that's a huge influence. I love Donny Hathaway. Rascal Flatts is one of my favorite bands. Jesus is a great influence in my life. I don't know about y'all, but he paid it all.
Hey, be shy to say that.
But you know, that's some real big major influences. Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson, of course, influenced everybody.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston, and the list goes on and on. That's why I hate name dropping, because it's so hard to catch everybody. But
that's the amazing story to say that you learn how to, you know, touch yourself the keyboard. And you definitely can learn a lot from YouTube.
Yes, YouTube is what's up, for real. So
yeah, we just gave YouTube a shout out, boy.
Yeah, YouTube.
All right, well, earlier we was talking about the EP Divided We Fall.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell people a little bit like what can they expect on that?
Well, like I said earlier, you know, my main focus in putting this EP out was basically to touch on unity. That's what the title stems from. Divided we fall, united we stand, divided we fall. So basically, you can look forward to like some really, it's a lot of high energy in the CD. There's a lot of hot topics as far as you know, just I guess believing in yourself and coming together as one. So I wanted to kind of put together the modern sound of, I guess, hip hop, pop, and R&B, and blend it with some real, you know, subject matter. Put that together so people can enjoy it, but they also get something from it. So that's what you can look forward to in the EP.
Well, I know you've been telling us about, you know, the production side of the EP.
Right.
Can you tell us any of the features you might have on it?
I had one feature on it. It's actually my brother. Big shout out to JT, the publicist. He's not even singing or rapping or anything. He's gonna be doing something, a little voiceover. I'm gonna wait till y'all go get it so y'all can see what that is. But it's gonna be special, so y'all go check that out.
Well, that's what's up, to put out content with just like people really just getting you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I definitely wanted to make sure I focused on, you know, my first project that I'm putting out, and I wanted people to, you know, get as much of me as possible and not water it down with a bunch of features, you know. So.
Right. Yeah. So can you give the people just an example of what they're gonna hear on that Divided We Fall?
Definitely, man. I did a song called "I Got You." The meaning of the song, unity. The whole EP is speaking about. And Lil Wayne has just been playing it on Q93, so big shout out to him. But it goes a little something like this. We got the world inside our hands. No matter what, I got your back. 'Cause I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Well, as you can see, people, the boy definitely could sing. You know what I mean? So go pick that up whenever that Divided We Fall come out. You know, we'll make sure to support it at MyOverLife.com. Yeah, we'll keep everybody updated on when they come out. And again, just thank you for letting me come through today and listen to your music, man, and just, you know, chop it up with you and get to know what's going on with you, man.
Definitely, man. I appreciate y'all inviting me out. And definitely go on YouTube. Check me out at Kevin Stylez, KevinStylez. Twitter, Instagram, Kev Stylez, KevinStylez. And check out B-Boy Productions. Holla at my boy Mike, THEBBP LLC. Holla at him. And big shout out to Manco International, my boy Melvin, Q Corvette. Cannot remember your information right now, but y'all go type in Q Corvette, Queen Corvette. And yeah, we're gonna keep it moving, man. B-Boy Productions is a movement.
I know we can make it. Just erase the hatred. You know that it's true. You need me, I got you. 'Cause we